If you like my videos, don't forget to follow me on social media to keep up to date with all the latest news regarding my channel and my content. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe below or at the end of the video. Don't forget to check out my brand new Amazon store, filled with recommendations on Blu-rays, DVDs, books, and other media featured in my videos. G'day guys, Dave Lee coming at you once again from Down Under with another Blu-ray announcement video. In this video we are of course taking a look at the newly announced home media releases of Thor Ragnarok from Marvel Studios and Walt Disney Pictures. As is always the case with Marvel movies on home media, there will be a plethora of different versions of Ragnarok smashing into stores. In this video I plan to go over all the details of all the different versions of the movie being released in the US and Canada, the UK and Australia and New Zealand. And in doing so I hope to help you guys weigh up which version is best for you. Additionally I'll also be running through the list of announced special features that you can expect to find on this release. Thor Ragnarok has been one of my favourite Marvel Studio movies ever. I love this movie so much and I can't wait to get my hands on this on home media. But as is always the case, it's always a little bit of detective work just to find out sort of which version is the best. And this one is proving to be one of the hardest because there are so many versions of this being released across the US and Canada, the UK and Australia and New Zealand that I've been finding it very hard for myself to weigh it up. So let's start at the beginning of this process and let's take a look at the releases that have been announced to be hitting the North American and Canadian market. Thor Ragnarok will hit physical home media on March 6th, 2018 and will be released a couple of weeks earlier on digital platforms on February 20th, 2018. As with the last few Marvel movies, Thor Ragnarok will receive a Cinematic Universe edition. This is sort of the most deluxe version of the movie, which of course touts the 4K Ultra HD disc. This 4K disc will have HDR and Dolby Atmos sound, which are a really nice bonus. It also comes with one Blu-ray and a digital HD copy. I cannot wait to see this in 4K. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous. There's so many explosive colours in this movie that hopefully this is going to be like a really spectacular 4K release. I'm hoping this could be like a demo-worthy disc. As long as Disney do a good job on this one. They haven't been great in the past with their 4K releases. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 could have been great and it was a little bit lackluster. So hopefully they pick up their game with Thor Ragnarok. Of course it will also be released as a standard Blu-ray and they're slapping that big old multi-screen edition crap on it. Up the top, of course, you can see multi-screen edition, and there's that awful little banner down the bottom. Again, Disney think we're living in 2005 and need to have it hammered into it. You can watch this movie on so many different screens, guys. How cool is that? It's a bit annoying. We know by now. We know that Disney are trying to push digital. Just, oh, guys, give us a break and leave this crap off the covers, please. Put it on the back cover, I don't care. But don't destroy the beautiful artwork on the cover with this annoying stuff. But anyway, this release comes with 1x Blu-ray. We don't get a second Blu-ray disc with Thor Ragnarok. Sometimes is the case with these Disney movies, you get a second disc of special features, but I suppose that's not the Marvel style. This also comes with a DVD and a digital HD copy. And Best Buy will be receiving an exclusive Steelbook edition of the movie. There'll be two different versions of this. Of course, a standard Blu-ray version, which comes with the Blu-ray, a DVD, and a digital HD copy. And also a 4K edition. So it's nice to see that some 4K movies are actually getting Steelbooks now. This will, of course, have the 4K Ultra HD disc, plus Blu-ray, plus digital HD. Interesting to note is that Best Buy for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 actually had a 3D and 4K combo pack Steelbook. Doesn't seem to be one for Thor Ragnarok, which might be a little bit disappointing for those completists out there. The Best Buy Steelbook bundle was actually the only way you could get the 3D edition of the movie in the United States. So it's kind of interesting to see that they've given a 3D 4K combo pack a miss for Thor Ragnarok, considering the Guardians of the Galaxy one sold so well. Target will also be releasing an exclusive Digibook. This comes with the standard Blu-ray, a DVD and a digital HD copy, and includes a 32-page filmmaker behind-the-scenes gallery within the Digibook itself. So that sounds really great. That looks really fantastic. Of course, there'll be a standard DVD being released of this movie as well. One thing we can pull from that, no 3D at all. Of course, we expect Disney to have done away with 3D long ago, but Marvel seemed to have been the only sort of branch of Disney that were constantly producing 3D discs. Recently, they've been releasing them in the US, but as Best Buy exclusive, so they've only been retailer exclusive 3D discs. Now, it seems like they've done away with it altogether, which is strange because this is one of the best 3D movies Marvel have ever released. Next to the Guardians movies, there's so many explosive moments and colors and stuff. This movie looks gorgeous in 3D. No 3D release on the American market is a very big sign that Disney may do away with 3D altogether, which is really, really, really sad. But that said, let's take a look at the UK releases of this movie. Thor Ragnarok will hit home media on February 26th. 2018. This is 8 days before the US home media release, which isn't too surprising considering the movie came out in the UK a little earlier than it did in the US. And talking about the 3D edition, UK will be getting it in 3D, which is fantastic. So at least those in the US have an option to import a 3D disc from the UK. This comes with the 3D Blu-ray and the Blu-ray. I love the cover on this too, fantastic. And interesting to note, the UK market will be receiving a 4K edition of the movie. Disney have been a little bit fickle when it comes to 4K releases in the UK. They didn't release Pirates of the Caribbean 5 or Cars 3 on the format over in the UK, but they did, however, release Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So this is definitely a good sign for the UK market. It looks like Disney have tested it, and it must have gone pretty well with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 because now it's back. This hasn't had official confirmation just yet from Disney, but I believe there will be a 4K edition of Star Wars The Last Jedi available in the UK as well. So, looks like Disney have finally jumped headfirst into 4K in all the big markets. Of course, the UK will also release a standard Blu-ray, which just comes with one Blu-ray disc. Disney don't release DVDs and digital copies with their movies in the UK or even Australia anymore, which is kind of sad. Zavvi will receive 2 exclusive Steelbooks. There's a 4K edition, which has the 4K disc and the Blu-ray. There's also a 3D edition Steelbook, which has the 3D disc and the Blu-ray. These are practically exactly the same Steelbook that Best Buy is getting, but with this, you have an option to get a 3D version of the Steelbook. So again, if you love your Steelbooks, this is an option. In the UK exclusively, there'll be a 3-movie collection, which also includes, of course, Thor and Thor the Dark World. I'm assuming these will all be single disc editions of these movies. These won't include the 3D or anything, but it's a really nice release for those who might not own the previous 2 movies. And of course, the UK will release a standard DVD of this movie as well. Let's take a look at the releases in my homeland of Australia. Thor Ragnarok will hit shelves on March 7th, 2018. But of course, in Australia, our embargo laws are incredibly lax, so you can expect to see this probably hit shelves on the 5th of March 2018, which is a day before the US release. So it looks like the UK is getting the earliest release of this movie on home media, which is insane. The Australian releases will mirror the UK releases, so we'll get the standard Blu-ray, we'll get a 4K edition and a 3D edition, but we will not get the 3-movie collection. There is also an announced Steelbook coming to JB Hi-Fi. There's been no artwork revealed, but I'm guessing this will most likely be exactly the same Steelbook as Zavvi and Best Buy are getting. That's usually the case. This happens all the time. The Steelbooks are sort of exactly the same worldwide. So there you go. It's a bit of a head scratcher. There's a lot of things to think about. The one annoying thing, I know a lot of people love buying the deluxe Steelbooks that have the 4K, the 3D, the Blu-ray, the digital copy. Unfortunately, that is not an option for this. If you want a 3D Steelbook, you have an option to get that from the UK. If you want a 4K Steelbook, you either get that in the US or the UK. There's so many different versions of this. Even I'm weighing up. I don't know what I'm going to get. We'll talk about that at the end, sort of which way I'm thinking about going. For now, though, let's take a look at the special features that are announced on this disc. And given that this is a 1-disc release, these special features should be across the board in all territories around the world. So let's take a look at what we get with Thor Ragnarok. The movie will give you the option of watching it with a director's introduction by Taika Waititi. The movie comes with a handful of deleted and extended scenes. Usually I wouldn't sort of read out what deleted scenes are coming with the movies, but these actually sound kind of interesting. One deleted scene here is called The Sorcerer Supreme. Maybe we get an additional scene with Doctor Strange. I'm hoping that maybe this means that there was an additional Doctor Strange scene that was maybe cut from the movie, so that'll be interesting to have a look at. And of course, this release will also come with a gag reel, as all Marvel movies do. And look, to be completely honest, the Marvel gag reels are some of, if not the best, gag reels out there. They're just so fun and funny, and you know, that's in big part thanks to the amazing people that are working on Marvel movies. They just look like they're having so much fun 100% of the time. This movie was fun and exciting and hilarious from beginning to end, and you could just tell even by watching the movie that these people were having an absolute blast making it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what other funny things happened behind the funny things. So yeah, this should be really good. We also get an exclusive short, Team Daryl. Of course, they have been doing these little Thor shorts, Team Thor, Team Daryl shorts. They are pretty funny. It's like just a little, just random little short Taika Waititi have done. I'm sure you've seen them. Of course, they don't take place within the continuity of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're just a bit of fun. I think it's great that Marvel has let Taika do this, sort of experiment with the characters and just do his own little things. I think it's great. And this one actually focuses on the Grand Master. So it looks like we might actually see Jeff Goldblum pop up in one of these little shorts. That's going to be fantastic. Goldblum is fantastic. He's got a really great comedic styling, and his improv, as seen in Thor Ragnarok, is just superb. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with this one. We get a couple of featurettes here, one of which is Marvel Studios' The First 10 Years, The Evolution of Heroes. Marvel's universe is vast and transcends both time and space, examines the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole, and revisits each of our heroes' current location and their place in the current MCU timeline as it all leads up to the one culminating event, Avengers Infinity War. Sounds fantastic. That's a great like little recap thing for those who might not want to go back and watch all, I think by the time Infinity War comes out, 18 movies. You can just watch this, hopefully. It sounds like that could be pretty cool. We also get one on here called Getting in Touch with Your Inner Thor. Ragnarok director Taika Waititi has brought his unique sensibility and sense of humour to the film in a great many ways, but it's the evolution of Thor's own sense of humour which stands out the most in the new film. This piece explores the impact Chris Hemsworth has made on the development of his widely loved character and celebrates the mighty cast and crew who revealed the fun and hard work that went into assembling Thor's eccentric counterparts. Unstoppable Women, Hela and Valkyrie. Piece explores the strong female characters in Thor Ragnarok, their importance in the MCU, their incredible casting and their epic comic origins. We've got Finding Korg, a tongue-in-cheek interview with Taika on casting Korg, or he plays Korg himself, so that sounds pretty good. The conversation will also delve into all the extraordinary visual effects that brought Korg, Sakaar in the words of Ragnarok to life. Sakaar, on the edge of the known and the unknown. Sakaar is a collection point for all those lost and unloved things. This documentary will answer all your known and unknown questions while also exploring the hard work and creativity that went into creating the look and feel of Sakaar. From design inspired by Jack Kirby's classic artwork to the dedication of visual development team to the awe-inspiring physical and digital production, you will see this distant world come alive. Another one here called Journey into Mystery, a deep dive story piece with the writers, director and producer Kevin Feige about the inspirations for Thor Ragnarok within the comics. And we also get a random little thing, 8-bit scenes, a couple of scenes from Thor Ragnarok presented in retro video game format. Sounds like a bit of fun. And of course, a director's commentary with Taika Waititi. What else would you want? These special features sound fantastic. Marvel special features are always great, and though these kind of sound like they might just be small, like little featurettes, I'm hoping some of them might be like at least like 8, 9, 10 minutes long. These sound really great. I would love for these features to be like really in-depth, but unfortunately we just don't seem to get that anymore. Some of the early Marvel releases like Iron Man had like 2-hour documentaries on them. We don't get that anymore. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 had about an hour and a bit worth of special features on there, which sort of, if you watch them all back to back, it felt like a long documentary, which was great. And it sort of sounds like this Thor Ragnarok release might have something very similar. Sounds like if you watch them all back to back, you can get a pretty decent hour-long documentary out of it. I hope Now, this annoys me a little bit, as is sometimes the case with these Disney releases. There are a handful of digital exclusive special features, which annoys me, because I like to have everything on physical. I like to just have everything on the one disc that I can access whenever I want. And especially when I import from the US, I can't access that digital file, so I can't watch this stuff. And this stuff isn't often released on the disc in Australia or the UK either, so there's no way for me to personally get this stuff. The digital exclusives are the evolution of Thor and Hulk's bromance. We'll examine the superhero friendship which has spawned through several Marvel films, from the original helicarrier fight match to the now iconic Hulk punch from Avengers 1. See how Marvel's most powerful superheroes became the most extraordinary superhero buddies. I'm not too worried about missing out on that, really. It sounds like just a little bit of a recap of Thor and Hulk's journey throughout the movies so far. So maybe I'm ranting a little bit early. I don't mind about missing out on that one too much. But what does bother me a little bit is that there's additional deleted scenes on this. These probably don't sound like substantial deleted scenes, but it's a bit annoying to sort of miss out on these. These are probably only like minute, 2-minute long deleted scenes, maybe like 30 seconds, as it was with the case with the Force Awakens deleted scenes that were digital only. They're only really short, but being so short, they could just shove them on the disc. I don't know why they don't do that. Like I always say, Disney just really loves to push digital. They really, really want people to just go digital so they can ditch the whole physical media thing. So that's all the details covered off. There are so many different versions of this. What am I personally going to get? You probably want to know. Usually I would import the 4K from the States and then the 3D from the UK. But with this release, it's interesting because I'm thinking maybe getting both the 4K and the 3D from the UK. First of all, comes out earlier in the UK, so I'll have it early. Second of all, I love the 4K cover in the UK. It uses the beautiful artwork from the poster. It looks amazing. I think it's a really beautiful cover compared to the cover on the US edition, which is just like the original teaser poster. Plus, the US edition has all that multi-screen crap down the bottom, and I don't like that clogging up the artwork. And also, it's becoming increasingly more difficult and more expensive to import these Disney movies from the States. For almost a decade, I would order Disney movies from Amazon. Amazon would also have really competitive pricing, and they get them to me really quick and really cheap. Now, you can't get Disney movies on Amazon. It's really annoying, and when you can get them on Amazon, they're Prime exclusives. So I can't get them at competitive pricing. If I do buy them from overseas, I have to pay like full retail price, which always ends up costing me like $50 for one movie, which is really starting to annoy me now. But if I order this from the UK, it's going to be quick, it's going to be easier, and I'll have it within a week. I think that's the way I'm going to go. 4K and 3D release in one order from Amazon UK, and that covers me off. I think I'm going to be happy with that. But look guys, you have so many different options out there. Of course, Disney movies are region free, so you can import them from wherever you want, import whatever version you want, and you'll be guaranteed to play it on any player wherever you are. So if you're in the US and you want to import the 3D from the UK, you'll be able to play that, etc, etc. So there you go, there are all your options. But for now, that's all I have to say on this. Thanks so much for watching. If you're a first-time viewer to my channel and you like this video and you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, then please, at the end of the video, hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen and give me a little bit of support. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. And to absolutely everybody out there, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does a great deal in getting my videos out there. And look guys, I hope I'll see you all again very soon. Until next time though guys, take care, and I hope you have a marvelous day.